Do you perceive everything to be perfect? And if not, then this is the video for you, and I want to talk a little bit about why actually everything is perfect and why you may not perceive it that way, why you may feel struggle, why you may feel resistance. And really it is about falling into this beauty, into this perfect moment that is ever present. And when I observe what I'm experiencing and what I experienced before and how I got there, really some things come to mind that I want to mention, and maybe they are of help to you, and I know they have been of help to some other people I've been talking to, for them, for their understanding, for their paths, for their progress to this state where there's just openness, no resistance, and therefore no struggle. When we look for something that we think is not perfect, and we look at the situations that are perceived by us as not ideal and we would like to change them, what really is the case is that we are not present, that we are not perceiving clearly, and we create that resistance. And we hope for something else, for some certain emotion, for some excitement, maybe for like a feeling that is just pleasant, that is something other than what reality actually is, something other than what you are experiencing now. And that's not the way spirituality works. That's not the way any real happiness comes. It's not in the pleasant experiences. It's in the fullness, in the full spectrum, in the acceptance of the lowest lows and the highest highs all together, without clinging to any of them. And that's difficult for most people in both situations. Either some people have strangely connected to their pains and cannot let go of them, and they unconsciously cling to them, or they consciously want to cling to some pleasant, good experience. They cannot let go of those good experiences when their time has passed. And they fear that maybe this won't last, and that's really the problem of clinging to any state, whether that's unconsciously to the bad stuff in your life and you recreate and procreate that. For example, imagine like something, I'm very sure something happened in your past that you remember as a negative event in your life. And now, how many times have you relived that in your memories? How many times have you told that experience to others? But realize it's totally unnecessary, it's totally not true. It's just a story, it's not here, it's not real. But really, that one time, this experience that happened to you, this negative thing, can you not just let go of it? Let go of all the negative experiences that you had, but also of the good, because then these good things that you remember, they can be as problematic. I have found that when you have good memories and your present moment is not somehow reflecting that, or seems to lack certain aspects of those seemingly better moments, then you are still again not present. You are not fully here, fully in this beauty that encompasses all gradients of experiences, all shades, all different degrees of whatever you can experience. And then with this falling away of your memories, whether good or bad, comes a natural presence, a natural remembering of the beauty that is this moment. And sometimes you feel like, I have to do something. I have to get somewhere. I have to, somehow this moment isn't, I'm not there yet. And maybe you've noticed that this has been the case all of your life. Like something always had to be done, right? Something had to be different, had to be done, had to be achieved. And that's the future that's keeping you from this moment, from this beauty, from this really the awe that comes from not resisting anything, from being so open that everything can come at you without harming you, without negatively impacting you, and just you accept it all, and therein lies the perfectness. But you can only do that when you let go of your belief that you have to do something in order to get there. No. I mean, there is somehow this arc to your development. It somehow changes over time, but also somehow not. Like it's like the very well-known saying, carry water, chop wood before enlightenment, carry water, chop wood after enlightenment, or something like this. It's like the experience itself, this very moment, is all the same before and after. Just that what it feels like is it's finally coming at you. It can finally reach you. Like this beauty that has always been there, it can finally be recognized. Like you have been blind, and this moment that you wake up, it's like, oh my God, it's so normal, and it's so beautiful, and it's so perfect. And this really is the insight that you can let go of past and future, and the acceptance and the perfectness is already there. Nothing that you have to do or could ever do, really. You cannot do anything to make it better than it already is. See, I've been on a few hiking retreats, and I want to do more of them in the future, and I will also offer to take some people with me on these journeys of self-realization, of self-discovery, of really waking up in nature and combining this meditative practice with just a beautiful experience in nature. And what I realized in these retreats is one very, very important point, and that is this moment, with all its highs and lows, you cannot improve it. It's impossible. Because on these challenging hikes, you go through so many challenges, so difficult moments. You want to quit almost daily, but you keep on going. And only through those difficult experiences, only through those depths of where you are really struggling with yourself, with your ego rebels against what you put yourself through. But you're digging those lows, and therefore the highs become so much more beautiful. And actually they are not highs like really extraordinary experiences, but you go through those moments of suffering, and then maybe even just the sun coming out, or somehow a beautiful tree, just some very normal things, they can be so beautiful, but they are only that way because of the contrast of what you experienced maybe moments before. And what you try to do with these efforts of improving your life, of eradicating the bad and getting rid of the negative aspects of your life, you're also closing yourself off. You're closing yourself off from these great experiences, from these great moments, because it's flattening out your experience of life. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can have a very comfortable, boring life, and that can also be beautiful, but also the roller coaster ride with the depths and highs, if just experienced without resistance, can also have very great, can offer very great experiences. So it all equals out. It's whether you try to improve and eradicate the bad from your life, be careful, because it will also naturally make you appreciate certain other things less. And yeah, that's just our tendency as humans to always put everything in perspective with what we experience. And so when we experience more of the bad stuff, some other things that are very normal and not appreciated by others, maybe for us they become very beautiful things. And that's the beauty of hiking and going through those hikes very mindfully and incorporate a lot of practice into it, because then you can observe these struggles that your ego is going through very directly. And yeah, that's what I want to share more of in the future. If you're interested in this, I have also created a website on my blog. The link is in the description. There's a waiting list for you. If you're interested, you can sign up there. Just enter your name and email address, and I will inform you when there's a possibility with the corona situation right now, and a date is known, and the details I can share then with you. It's maybe a couple of very deeply interested people. If that resonates with you, yeah, would be beautiful to take a few people through that same experience that I got out of this practice, and yeah, maybe experience that together. That would be great. So yeah, that's about that. Just something I wanted to share. I hope it was helpful, and please share your own thoughts and comments in the comments, and I also answer all of your questions. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will get to them. So with that, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.